Coming into school has been a struggle for Chanel. Disengaged and often through her own behaviour, suspended.
I just didn't like certain teachers, didn't like lessons, and I was always constantly getting into like arguments with people, and that caused like fighting and getting suspended and stuff. So I just never wanted to be in school. So then if I wasn't in school, I wouldn't get myself into trouble, which obviously need to be in school to get my GCSEs and like an education. I do regret it a lot because now coming up with my GCSE, I've missed a lot of like gaps. So I struggle to catch up with the work already set for me, so it struggle to get into it.
A new report suggests absences and suspensions are 2/3 higher nationally than before the pandemic. And in our region, Gateshead has seen a 237% rise in suspensions since 2019, with Newcastle recording a 213% increase. Report authors from the Institute for Public Policy Research and The Difference say it's a worrying trend.
Absence rates are higher in the North East than they are across England, so they're higher than the national average, and they're a lot higher than they are in somewhere like London, about 5 percentage points higher. So the North East is facing some very specific challenges around attendance.
At this school in Hexham, Hattie Curry runs an alternative provision for 12 pupils who've struggled with attendance. More one-on-one time, she says it's about understanding the specific needs of the pupils and re-engaging them.
It must be so demoralising to come to school and just feel like it's really hard, I can't do it, I'm getting in trouble all the time, and it just creates that negative cycle. So what we've tried to do is to break that cycle and say, come to us, we'll look after you, we want you to be here, we want you to be successful, and that doesn't have to look like everybody else's offer. It's a different offer because that's what you need, and that's not a negative, and that's not a criticism of that young person. It's just recognising where we need to meet them at in order that they can be successful going forward.
The report calls for £850 million to help reduce lost learning, monitoring of where pupils go when moving schools, and offering children from disadvantaged backgrounds a better admission policy. The government says attendance is one of its 4 core priorities for improving schools, and that data sharing and safeguards around homeschooling will be strengthened, alongside establishing free breakfast clubs in primary schools and mental health support.
Without the alternate provision that you've been provided here, where do you think you would be now?
I think I would have just been sat at home, not doing my GCSEs and not having a chance to get GCSEs.
For Chanel, she's already making up for lost time and will be taking on her exams in the coming months. Chris Jepson, ITV News, Northumberland.